Hey everybody, my name is Sam Carey. I am the founder of the New Ed Tech Classroom, which is a YouTube channel that's dedicated to technology tutorials for teachers. And in this poster presentation, I'm going to be talking briefly about the use of YouTube as a medium for reaching teachers and really becoming a new form of professional development for teachers, or at least a growing form of professional development for teachers in the era of distance learning. And so I want to start us off here just by looking at some of the major channels that are producing this type of content that's really directed at teachers and trying to teach teachers how to use technology programs, and just look at the engagement that the channels are getting. So if we start off by looking at a popular channel, Flipped Classroom Tutorials, that channel in the last year got around 18 million views. Channel like Teachers Tech got 34 million views. Channel that is not just about technology integration, but very popular with teachers for a variety of different teaching techniques, particularly for elementary students, is Pocketful of Primary. And that channel got an astounding 44 million views in the previous year. Richard Burns' channel, which is about technology integration specifically, got 12 million views. And my channel, which kind of pales in comparison to those numbers, got 4.5 million views in the previous year. So, why are teachers watching YouTube videos to learn how to teach with technology? First, there's obviously a critical need, right? With school closures, there's just a practical need for people to learn how to teach with technology quickly. And I do think that there are certain elements of YouTube tutorials that made this kind of learning more appealing. So, one is that it's bite sized learning. You can learn how to do something in a relatively short period of time. We're talking 10, 15 minutes maximum. It's also self paced learning. So, teachers can watch videos on their own. They can also go back and rewatch them at their own time. And if they need to see how to do something again, just rewind the video. The learning can, happen any time, any place, in the same way that flipped instruction for students can happen anywhere, any place. It's also a visual medium, and it's a visual medium that models instruction and also doesn't require a lot of additional time filling in gaps. So the purpose of the videos is really to do that gap filling for for teachers, and teachers are basically able to turn right around and put those practices into action. It also distills programs to their essence. So rather than asking teachers to spend a lot of time digging around, playing around with programs, which can be useful, but not everybody has the time to do that, teachers can see really the critical components of a program and learn how to use those in a really quick period of time. And then also, teachers are able to target search for specific things they need. So those could be really very, very nuts and bolts specific topics that they might be looking for, like how to put a background in Zoom, or how to force out, make a copy for a Google slide. And they can also explore tools and strategies that they're not familiar with. So it's highly targeted, but also can give teachers a window into different things that they might not have known about before. So I think there are some key takeaways here that we can learn and apply to teacher professional development in general. The first is something that has been talked about a lot already. We've known for a long time, but I think is similar to good teaching practice for students. Some of our beliefs and principles are sometimes hard to put into action. This one is also, I think, hard to put into action, even though we know it's true. And that's that adult learning should adhere to the same principles of effective student learning. So we should focus on engagement with adults. We should focus on visual learning as at least one modality that we should be really leaning on when teaching teachers. teacher instruction should be targeted, and we should also be providing opportunities for autonomy and self-directed learning. Teachers also benefit from direct, concise, explicit instruction. I think lots of times we take more of a facilitator standpoint in teacher instruction and really want teachers to do a lot of the heavy lifting on their own, connect a lot of the dots on their own. That is great. I'm all for that, but sometimes there is a need for teachers to see how to do something really quickly. And that gets me to my last point, and that's that I do very strongly believe that the success of the channels that we see out there on YouTube is really a testament to the fact that teachers will integrate technology, they will innovate and try new things if they don't have to spend a lot of time learning how to use a program. And they also don't have to spend a lot of time bridging the gap between a tech program and how it can actually be used in the classroom. So I don't believe it's enough to just teach a teacher how to use a program and then ask them to envision and imagine different ways to use it. There's a time and a place for that. I do think that in addition to learning how to use the program, what we've really seen is that teachers also benefit greatly from seeing some explicit examples of how it can be used in the classroom. And even better, if they can be given graphic organizers and templates and things like that, then they will turn right around and they will implement those. And I think that's really starting to build a strong foundation to lead to future exploration, innovation, excitement, enthusiasm for using technology in more creative, more innovative ways that are maybe more personalized to that individual teacher. So just some additional food for thought here. One is that YouTube is a democratizing medium for teacher professional development. I love conferences. I love reading books about education technology and pedagogy in general. However, those opportunities are not necessarily available for everybody. Not everybody has the time to read a book. Not everybody has the money to attend a conference. YouTube is free. It's available for anybody. Anyone around the world can watch it. So you have teachers, internationally that are learning these different practices by watching this on YouTube, and teachers who are just able to access this information that was perhaps inaccessible to them before. I also really strongly believe that YouTube is a very underutilized space for teaching teachers and reaching teachers. If you look at the podcast market, if you look at the book publishing market, the content that's being put out on YouTube is relatively small in terms of percentage in comparison to some of those other mediums. And another aspect that I think is really important to think about here is that it's not just about putting up videos on YouTube. That really what's important is the videos themselves. And there's a huge difference between, say, recording a Loom video, Screencastify video, putting that up, and planning, recording, and then crucially editing a video that's going to be effective. A lot of people don't realize that creating that kind of content is incredibly time intensive. So to do that, what I just mentioned, researching, scripting, recording, and then editing is a process that at minimum is going to take 8 hours to create an effective video. And I think because of that, the emphasis should really be on supporting people with creating high quality content. It should be on creating that high quality content as opposed to kind of having everybody turn into a content creator. So I don't think it's that practical for everybody to go out and record their own tutorials. And I also don't think that that's entirely necessary. I think in a similar way that I don't know if you read Sal Khan's op-ed about maybe teachers not needing to make all these instructional videos or spend their time doing that because there's so much instructional content out there already, that what we should be doing instead is really curating that content, supporting those content creators so that instructional coaches can spend their time doing other things, doing coaching, not going out and making tutorials, and teachers can be spending their time improving their practice and improving educational experiences for students. So all that to say that I think YouTube is a very exciting medium for teaching teachers. And I look forward to seeing how it is going to continue to grow as a place where teachers are going to be able to turn for some high quality instruction about how they can bring innovative educational technology instruction practices into their classrooms. If you'd like to stay in touch with me, you can find me at newedtechclassroom.com. I also have a YouTube channel, New EdTech Classroom, that's at this URL. And I'm on Twitter at New EdTech Class. And lastly, if you want to email me, you can email me at newedtechclassroom@gmail.com. I'd love to hear your thoughts about this topic in the discussion, whether or not you've benefited from watching YouTube videos, if you have thoughts about what makes YouTube appealing as a medium for teachers, questions, concerns, love to hear about those in the discussion posts. Thanks so much.